Hi Potassium, happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me today on Story Time. We are going to be reading The Invisible Boy today. As we're reading the story, I want you to pay attention to a couple of things. First, I want you to pay attention to kind of the colors in the story, particularly the boy here, the main character, as we're going along. But also, as I'm reading, I want you guys to think back and remember the story from last week, Each Kindness. And so remember how that story showed us that a small act of kindness can really change someone's life. And so think about that as we're reading this one here, okay? Let's go ahead and begin. The Invisible Boy by Trudy, Ludwig, and illustrated by Patrice, Barton. All right. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Mrs. Carlotti had trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. Can you guys see him? Barely, huh? Right there. It's in black and white. Nathan has problems with what Mrs. Carlotti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first. Then the best friends of the best players. Then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. Notice the colors of everyone else and how Brian is still black and white. What do you guys think that is? Well, let's keep going and find out. JT glances in Brian's direction and just as quickly looks away. We've got enough players for each team, he tells the others. Let's play ball. Look at poor Brian. How do you guys think Brian feels? Left out, yeah, lonely, sad. Very good. In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. The rope swing over the pool was awesome, says JT. Yeah, so was the water slide, adds Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys had fun, says Madison. Everyone did, except Brian. He wasn't invited. There's poor Brian again, black and white, listening to all those fun activities. It can't be easy for him to listen to that, huh? At choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons scaling tall buildings. And it's saying here, "Thank you for toasting my marshmallows," the little person is telling the dragon. Space aliens locked in intergalactic battles. "I gotcha now," says one of the aliens. Greedy pirates digging for treasure. "Crackers! Arrgh!" It was a chest of crackers and not treasure. And superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. Why do you think he has that superpower? Why do you think Brian made a superhero that has a superpower to make friends? Yeah, maybe he wants to make friends too. Good job. On Monday morning, Mrs. Carlotti introduces Justin, a new student to the class. Brian smiles shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneak looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. At lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopsticks. "What's that?" asks Madison as she points at Justin's food. "It's bulgogi." "Bul what?" someone says. "Bulgogi. It's Korean barbecued beef. My grandma made it for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some?" "There's no way I'd eat boogerji," one of the boys said. And all the kids laugh. All of them, that is, except Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed at or feeling invisible. How do you guys think Justin's might be feeling now? Probably the same, like Brian, huh? The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. Justin, it says. I thought the bulgogi looked good. And it was signed Brian. Yum, he says. The little picture he drew. How nice that was. At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. You're Brian, right? Justin asks him. Yeah. Thanks for the note. And let's look at the picture here. What do you guys start noticing about Brian? Look at his hair. It's getting some color, huh? And his sleeves, too. They're a little green. Hey, Justin, Emilio calls out from the tetherball court. You're up next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. And let's look at his little face. A little bit more color on him. Yeah, why do you guys think he's getting color now? He's getting a little bit of attention from his classmates. Back in class, Mrs. Carlotti asked the kids to team up in 2s or 3s for a special project. The kids scurry around the room to pair off. Brian heads toward Justin. I'm already with Justin, says Emilio. Find someone else. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. Mrs. Carlotti said we can have up to 3 people in our group. We're only 2. Come on, Emilio. Let him work with us, said Justin. Okay, I guess. Let's look at Justin and Brian here. Look at Brian. More colorful than before. Mrs. Carlotti gives the class directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in that photograph. Use your imagination and have fun. Whoa, cool, says Emilio. What kind of people do you think live in houses like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. And Brian smiles as he takes out his lucky pen. Let's all look at Brian now. Is he black and white still? No, he's not. He's colorful and he's smiling. Very cool. And here's a little collage of them all working together, writing their story and sharing their picture in class. And is Brian at all black and white here? No. Right? He's enjoying himself with his classmates. It's lunchtime again. Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of kids talking and laughing with everyone else but him. Brian, he hears someone shout. Hey, Brian, over here. Brian turns and sees Justin waving him over. Emilio nods at Brian as he makes room for him to sit at the table too. Cookie? Justin offers. Thanks. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all. And that was the end of that story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's really one of my favorites too. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.